I'd like to call this meeting order. Please rise on the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just so you guys know, I was at a meeting with the governor, and someone was supposed to sing the national anthem, and they didn't show up. So we all stood and sang the national anthem. It was amazing. 300 people. We're going to start doing that in our council meetings.
Let's take a vote on it. As far as that in January.
In January. Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Caucus?
Here.
Ms. Pasio?
Here.
Ms. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Farrell?
Yeah, here.
Mr. Lovenstein?
Yes, it's good.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Here.
And
Mr. Long.
Crystal.
different law.
Chris.
Mr. Chris Law.
Here. The better one.
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. Bayshore?
Here.
Mr. Early? Also present, Superintendent Harry Wozum, Chief Stampolsky, and Stephen Sack.
Thank you. Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act is given by the clerk in the following manner. 1, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on January 5th, 2024, and 2, emailed to the retrospect and current post on January 5th, also on 2024. Just let everybody know, there's movement again to eliminate advertising in newspapers. And it was all started because Asbury Park Press decided that they don't want to print a newspaper anymore. And so they were one of the people fighting. Now, the retrospect, they were also involved. But as you can tell, it cost us money. It would be easier just to put it on our Borough website, to advertise there, and we would save all that cost. And it's much quicker because the newspapers aren't as receptive as they used to be. They don't print every, right? Retrospects is once a
Have to
week.
have it in by Wednesday morning.
Have to have it in by Wednesday, and even the Courier Post doesn't give us, they only do it twice a week, right? We can get
I think so.
I know I never, before I got involved, I never looked to see when the Borough meeting was in the newspaper.
Do you now?
Never happened, never will.
No, most people don't look at it. So hopefully that law gets passed, and that will really benefit the municipalities. We won't have to do that. Okay, discussion, website upgrade, software integration, and reviewing options. I'm going to turn this over to Beth and Shelley, because those are the two that kind of are leading on this. And explain why we're doing this.
Okay, so the state's going to be requiring construction to go digital, and I am here. Anyway, so we've been going out to try to find the best way to do that with different software, and also at the same time it would upgrade our website, which is dated, and things that we've all been talking about all year, about calendars, etc. So the goal is to have everything integrate into one and be as friendly, accessible for people, as well as I would like it to help on the Oprah side. So we've gotten some quotes and some ideas, and then we put it all together and send it out to everyone. But what we're starting to look for now is already budgeted because of what the state was trying to do originally by passing construction being digital and all of that. So that's the...
And give some other examples. Dog licenses.
Oh, dog
landlord,
licenses, all licenses.
Planning board,
Mhm.
right? Explain
Yes.
Business licenses,
Business
everything.
licensing.
This is also going to go along with, the borough has been in the process the last 2 years of scanning all of our documents in an effort to go more green. We've been doing a really good job with that. So this is also a very large effort in doing that, because all of our applications will be online. Everything's going to go digital. All of our applications, our planning documents, everything will be, even the large scale documents, everything will be
Which
online.
means it'll be searchable.
Yes.
Oprah.
Which is really good,
Yes.
because one of the things that some of the companies showed are, we get a lot of Oprah requests for permits, open permits, closed permits, history of permits. You can actually go in and you can set it up so that anybody can go in and search for permits. Like, I can give them the link, there's your Oprah
So
request.
we don't have to find it.
No, not at once. That's why integrating everything's so important.
And would it eliminate some of the Edmonds programs we currently have?
It will import into Edmonds.
So nothing changes in Edmonds.
We generally
We had some
don't
additional
use, the
modules.
only thing that we use in Edmonds really for things like that is tax and sewer.
I thought there was a planning board module.
Just the escrow,
Just the escrow.
Which is part of finance, right?
yes. So some of the programs will import from SDL into that, and they'll be a lot more user friendly.
So when you say user-friendly, when they get into the website, they'll be able to fill these things out as fillable forms, is
They
that
can do that
correct?
now, actually, on our website.
Most of them are fillable?
Yeah, unless we didn't get something from the department. Amanda has gone through all of them and made them all fillable, so which is great. So,
That was a goal 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and I'm glad that it's happening, or happened.
yeah.
Yeah, and it makes a big difference. The whole idea is to make it easier on our staff, easier on the residents, easier for us to find stuff. Oprah, I mean, one thing I do ask Beth to do is every time she's supposed to send me a copy of who Oprah is, because I wouldn't be able to communicate to the state what are we getting requests for. And a lot of it is construction. I mean, there are people looking for license, like who's got a license. I saw the solar panel one, and all kinds of strange things, but a lot of it is just people buying homes that want to know that the permits are all closed out, and things like that. And I think it would be great if we could just push them to that.
Especially with the new law, I can just send a link. I don't have to take the time to look for documents if it's accessible somewhere on our website. So even like resolutions, we can start posting them in
Oh,
a
that would
section
be wonderful.
in January, have everything up there, and anybody can go in and say.
Now, a resolution isn't a resolution until the mayor signs it.
Correct,
But it's
that's what I'm
still, it
talking
can be
about.
on there.
No, I wouldn't put it on until we're done. That's
until we're done.
fine, yeah.
But then you can search it, because we're always searching resolutions also from previous years.
We are too. And we needed to in order to get the silver.
Yeah.
We had to go back 2-3 years ago to get those resolutions that we did that long ago.
Yeah, and planning board resolution, same thing.
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And the other goal is, so right now, let's say I title minutes, today's date minutes. But maybe last month I said caucus minutes and the date. It looks really sloppy because they're two different named files. And we don't have the power to go in there and just tweak something. We have to keep asking the webmaster to do it each time. And that really gets tedious. It gets tedious for him. Maybe it's not as quick. So anything that we're looking at doing with with whatever company, we want that capability too. Which is, that would be, hey, post this. Okay, real quick.
Okay, so you're looking at different companies. Has any one company stood out as something that you're really thinking of hiring?
There is, Eleanor, but there's still a bid process, or if they're not under state contract, we have to be very cautious. We have to do fair and open.
So what's the time frame?
Well, I do have another meeting. We're going to meet with them.
I think that's a reasonable.
I agree, 6/12, is that till 6/12? 6/12.
We have another meeting with another company on the 11th of December. I think that's the final
The
one.
goal is to try to get this done by the 2025, right? It's in the 2025.
It's in our current
Yeah.
budget.
It's in our current budget.
Yeah.
It did say. All right, we're a little behind.
I don't know, like 2 weeks, ask the question, like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
We're getting there.
No, ask the question.
I think there's some very good programs out there. We're not the first one to do this. There are hundreds of towns that are doing this. We just got to find the one that's good for us. Anything else on that? No?
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be a great thing for us.
Oh,
And
definitely.
we've started this, if you know, with scanning all these documents. We started this process 4 years ago, cleaning all this stuff up. The fillable PDFs, I think.
Well, we
Amanda-
started that about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, all that stuff's been very positive.
So this is wonderful. that
And then the
it's
state changing the Oprah laws, all this is making it very
Yeah,
easy
yeah,
for us.
yeah.
Because one other thing, just to add to that, and it was on Shelley's report, all contracts will be on our website now. So
They already are.
they are now. So like, the more information we put on the website, the less we have to make public, because it is public, but it's on the website. Okay, let's do some business. We do have an ordinance that needs to be done tonight. We have first reading for ordinance 2423. It's a bond ordinance authorizing supplemental funding for the completion of the sanitary sewer system. This is for $250,000. So this is first reading, so final reading will be at the caucus in December.
At the,
Oh,
close, the,
end of the year meeting?
Yes.
Okay. All right, would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we'll approve. Ms. Kelly, is there a second? Second by Mr. Lovenstein. Any other discussion? So we'll have the public hearing at the last meeting of the year,
The adjourned
the
meeting.
adjournment. Roll call, please.
Ms. Bastian?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Six ayes.
And when is that adjournment meeting?
We have a date. Let's put it on our
December
calendar.
30th.
When is it?
December 30th?
What time?
At 4 PM?
Let me look at my calendar.
I think it is
Four?
at 4.
We usually have it.
Yes, 4 o'clock, 4 p.m.
And what day is that on?
The 30th.
I got what,
I believe it's Tuesday. Thursday?
oh, it's a Monday?
It is a Monday.
Monday?
So Chris, if you can tell you, I was on the red. Yeah. Usually he doesn't have to come to it, but he
Monday,
can call us
December
if there's
30th
something
at
of
4
interest.
p.m.
Yeah.
Important. Like this is a bond, but I don't think it's an issue. Okay?
Thank you.
Adjournment. Thank you. And because it's the sewer sanitary, I know you probably have a report, but just a quick, is there any, just a quick update on, will paving happen before the end of this year, do you believe, on Davis? I'm getting nervous that it's getting colder.
We're trying to get it done on Davis, but not on the side streets.
Do they have any type of idea? Okay. So once we know, if we know that Davis is happening, if you could let us know so we can let everybody know, because if you're gonna, that's gonna be a mess on Davis for all 3 streets and all the people who go through there. EMS, fire, police, everybody, public works, because the trash has been changing their schedule because there hasn't been as much work, so we have to let them know. That's it.
Mayor, those people have put up with so much. I just hear their pain. I hear their pain. And there's nothing I can do about
Well,
it,
you can
but
hang on.
I hear their pain.
Well,
When is
Eleanor.
this gonna be over?
I go down those streets every day. I don't see what you're saying.
Well, then,
I mean,
why are
I
they,
mean, you're saying
when they see me at the Acme, they come over to me and they say, please tell me, when is it gonna?
Well, that's what I just said.
It's
No, no.
inconvenience.
And that's it, with the contractor, he's allowed his schedule. Now, there are some rules, it has to be above 40 degrees, there are some rules about asphalt. And we will find out and get it out as soon as possible.
So,
It's gonna be.
We're working on
I
it
don't
as
know
soon
what
as
to
possible.
tell these people.
It's working.
As soon as possible, you know, the mayor's working on
Or
it.
just tell them it's gonna be done in the near future, that's all.
Yeah.
You can say,
They're gonna tell us when it's done.
how are they suffering though? How are they suffering?
They don't know when they'll be able to get to their driveway.
Sometimes it's different.
Oh, yeah, I see.
You know, it's that kind of
Sometimes the
stuff.
driveways are blocked, sometimes
Yeah,
there's.
and then they'll get home from work and then they have to.
Hold on in the background there, my friend.
So I know that they're paid, they're feeling the pain, so I just want to know when it's gonna end.
So, can we answer that question? The contract is for 270 days. So they have 270 days, and there's
And
extensions.
so
because
when
of
is that?
It's working day.
Weather could be pushing back to April.
April?
Once we get too cold, we can't pave, and the contract will be suspended until we get paving work. Technically, I believe their current substantial completion date is the end of January, but there's no way they can get done because it will get too cold.
And if the electric company doesn't hook up the
Yeah.
pumps, you know, Eleanor, it's a process.
I know.
So, if
I
they're
just
your-
feel so helpless.
If they're your
You
friends,
know, yes, they're my
then they
friends.
should understand.
Oh,
If they're your friend, they should understand that this is a process. You know why the town never did it? Because it's hard. Okay, thank you for that. I'm sorry about bringing that up, but I know you brought it up before, and I would like to communicate with people. We have a few resolutions, we'll just do them one at a time. I think they're easy. All right, we have Resolution 24-162 is a resolution authorizing the treasurer to make transfers between the appropriations in the 2024 budget. This is end-of-the-year stuff that we do. It's only taking some money out of engineering, or excuse me, out of liability to pay for engineering and economic development. Would someone like to make a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Lowenstein, second by Mr. Murray. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
yes,
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Six ayes.
All right, that resolution is adopted. Resolution 24-163 is a resolution authorizing the refunding of planning and zoning escrow fees, giving back $269.25. Would someone like to make a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ms.
I'll
Kelly,
second it.
second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 24-164 is a resolution authorizing Department of Community Affairs grant application. This is for the portable radios. Is this you?
Yeah.
Portable radios, department, 70-foot, 55-foot lengths of tack hose. Are we doing this with another town? Are we doing it with several towns?
The portable radios is us having Heights and Belmar, the hose is for the department itself.
Okay, that's nice. Are we the lead on this then?
We're doing both.
Okay, great. All right, we've gotten this before, right? I think we've been successful in the past.
Not with the regional.
Not with the region?
We've done it like, well, in the past. We've gotten hose on the regional grant before, SCBA on the regional grant.
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mrs. Kelly, second by Mr. Shapiro. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Do you need me to sign that tonight?
No.
All right. The rest of the meeting, we're going to go through committees. Finance and construction. Mr. Murray?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my report till the council meeting.
Okay, no problem. Public safety, Ms. Kelly?
I will defer to the council meeting report.
Thank you. Ms. Passio?
Thank you, Mayor. Of course, I have to speak on our reports. I can't understand my writing now. No.
Just speak loudly and maybe mumble.
Okay, so Sunday at 7 p.m., we will be having our fire truck parade. It will be coming down the Black Horse Pike, so please come out and watch our parade coming down the Black Horse Pike, bringing Santa over to the gazebo, who will light our beautiful tree. I don't know if anyone has
Right, it's so
seen it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you,
7
Harry.
p.m.?
7 p.m. We will have a string band, Freilinger string band, and we will also be serving hot chocolate and cookies. And Santa will be giving out gifts and candy to the kids under the gazebo. I also want to tell you that we will have our reorganization, which we will be swearing in Eleanor Kelly and Ed White on Tuesday, January 7th, at the Harry Williams Building at 6 p.m. And the public is invited to attend.
You got that too. He's got to beat that.
Also, okay, so we have our fire truck parade. It's been an annual fire truck parade. It's been going on for 20 plus years. And for some reason this year, Belmar is having theirs on the same night at 6 p.m. So, I don't know was there a miscommunication or?
What's happening again? Say it again.
There's a
Belmar
6.
is having their fire truck parade at
At
6
6.
p.m. on the same night. They've never done it before, and we've always done it, so what happened?
It
That is what it is.
it
So-
could very well affect the turnout, just because
It can't be in two places at the same time.
Belmar's parade is long, so they're not gonna make it to our town in time if they choose to go to Belmar first, so we'll see how the turnout is. Or we could possibly delay it a half hour. That may,
If I would have known that,
Yeah.
I would have done that, and.
I just found out last week
So
that,
to tell the public,
yeah, we
you know,
just
hang
found out
around,
last
they
week
don't
that
want, they
it was
don't
the
want to
same.
hang around.
We've always been the Sunday after Thanksgiving. and
Always, for
always,
years, 20 plus years.
I don't
So-
know why they decided to do it this
Yeah.
year that way, but
So we might delay, I know Santa's sleigh's all ready and he's ready to come.
if
come
you choose to
so-
delay, it's not a big lift on our part, that's, I'll just put it
Well,
out
right
there.
now, we're gonna go for 7 o'clock, and we'll play it by ear, because I'll see, the crowd, the people, how they're handling the cold. It is gonna be cold that night, and how much hot chocolate we have to serve everyone.
Yeah, it's
So-
37 and winds at
I know.
20.
I know, I seen it all, I saw it all, so,
Okay.
yeah, so we'll just keep it as it is and see what happens.
Anything else?
No, I think that's, Mayor, I think that is it.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much. Engineering? Mr. Farrell?
Camden County Community Block Grant, West 2nd and West 4th contractor addressed the areas of base failure in the asphalt pavement. And Caucus Associates are currently coordinating project closeout with the contractor, including any punch list issues, final payment application, final change order, and submittal of closeout documents. Also, NJ DOT construction of Harding and Payne Avenue. New Jersey DOT has reviewed the construction and there are no corrective action required. Caucus Associates are also coordinating with the project closeout with the contractor. Also, NJ DOT on Johnson Avenue Municipal and aid application. An application was put in for Johnson Avenue for Clemens Ridge Road to Patricia Lane, requesting $762,100 in funding, and were granted $269,401. Caucus Associates will prepare a proposal outlining the anticipated cost of moving forward. All the rest is progress.
Public Works, Mr. Lund.
Bunch of stuff going on. The court office windows have been installed. They're finishing up the desk. Countertops have been put in. Pressure cabinets. Countertops coming next week. With that, we'll also be placing in the new desk and so forth. Get them out of the Sally Court Chief. Busy working on the Christmas decorations. Leafing has been wonderful this year. It's been a challenge the last couple of days with the weather turning, last week with the rain, but we're still managing it. We should have by tomorrow afternoon the entire town done on both sides for Thanksgiving holiday. Looking at the piles today. One note, Vanilla Park bathroom, the heater went in there. So right now that will be closed with the impending temperatures and so forth. We'll be winterizing the building. So if both the women's and the men's room will be closed for further notice. There is a porta pot down there for access itself. With that, talking about the weather, our salt supply is good. I had a couple of people ask about that. We're good to get us into January. Plows and spreaders are being checked now. Conference room in the front office area is just about completed. Should be putting in the conference tables and chairs next week and doing final stuff there. Other than that, Public Works been very busy and in progress.
One more building. Scout.
Scout building, the drainage was accomplished in the floor itself. Repairs made from the water leak itself, and with that next week, after getting done with all the Christmas stuff, we should be able to get all the partitions and so forth put back in. And I'm still waiting to hear from Mr. Bach on that.
Can you handle that? There's an issue with the construction department and
We're trying to get some documentation from somebody in Barrington that might have inspected it. Is that what you're talking about?
I have no
And
idea.
nice.
All I know is it needs to be closed out. If there's any way we can get it done.
We need that document to work.
What if we can't get that document? What kind of document are we trying to get?
Somebody inspected the plumbing before the wall went up.
Oh,
So is that an insurance thing or what?
No, it's just a closeout.
It's a construction permit.
Okay. So they didn't access the pipes before?
No, this was because at the time the construction official didn't feel that he could inspect our buildings. And so he subbed it out to another community. And so obviously we're at the mercy of the other community, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I talked to Steve before I took off on the sabbatical and that, and Steve was going to handle everything. I haven't had anything returned to me.
We're still waiting, trying to get the documentation.
All right, I can call Barrington too. All right,
I believe it's Haddon Heights.
is it Haddon Heights?
I believe so.
Haddon Heights.
So, one other thing I noticed driving around town, the residents are making some of the leaf piles in the yard waste too. Just let everyone know that only leaves can go in the leaf pile, no sticks, no other things can go in there, only the leaves, otherwise it'll break the machines. It's not yard waste and leaf at the same time, it's just leaves.
Are all the machines running?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, they're doing a good job.
So our residents are obeying that.
So far,
So
but
far.
there are, driving around today, I've seen sticks and branches on top of leaf piles. they don't belong in there.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Parks and Recreation, Mr. Secretary.
Kind of quiet. Already had different commissioners for baseball and soccer. They're looking for a travel soccer commissioner right now. They'll have their elections in the next 2 days.
When you get all that information, you can pass that on to
And
them.
the baseball commissioner now is John Moore.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's young.
Okay.
Soccer commissioner is Mark Jones. He's been here a couple of years already. They're good guys. I know them. They're looking forward. They're excited.
Just so we have communication, I know
Yes,
there's
and
always
then
an issue.
with that, so no more Jeremy, no more Barb. I think Bob
Bob's
is
done too?
done. Bob is done. He gave up the reins gladly.
Yeah, it's tough.
He says time. So you know, as of when they have their elections, I think in January. So they'll have some nominations at the next meeting in December. Then they'll have their elections in January, and then they'll have a new or wide. Pretty much, there's the only person that might still be around with him is Maria. But I think everybody.
Jeremy still has young kids, doesn't he?
Who?
Jeremy?
No, his Joey's what?
He's 21.
Now Joey's 14. He ran out of
Jeremy
Jeremy.
had older kids, he was down there.
He was back down there again.
Yeah, because of Jeremy.
Because Jeremy,
No,
okay.
Jeremy was there because of Joey,
Okay.
his youngest, which is 14, but he plays just travel baseball. So he doesn't even fit.
That's all right.
So what's with pickleball?
Pickleball is just, we have the one.
We have one grant, but we think it's going to be more. We just need to come up with a price and a number. And we're talking about,
Some of the numbers that he did, Harry gave us before is nowhere near what we got, so we're looking, maybe we can do the grant again, I guess we can do it, we can build on it.
Applications are due January 31st.
Right.
We're trying to find out if you can do back-to-back.
Back to back.
And that we're reaching out to DCA to see if that's possible.
And we're looking at other options to see if there's anything cheaper on what we're looking at. It's just, it's all about money funding. It's all about funding right now.
It's all about the money, right?
Yeah, pretty much with pickleball.
Okay, all
so if you
right.
can find out about that recreation. The second thing was, Steve was supposed to look, there was a question that had to be sent to CDBG about the addition on the Harry Williams building. Because there was a question, you can fix a bathroom, but can you move a bathroom because you can't fix it in the place where it's at?
It's too costly to be able to fix.
That was the question. It has to be submitted in writing so that I guess it can be passed up the chain.
Is this for,
Harry Williams goes, if we want to redo they initially denied us because they said you can fix a bathroom, you can't move it. But the argument Stephen made was we can't fix it in place. It's too costly. It doesn't work
to make it handicapped?
to make it handicap accessible. So we
So you have
believe,
to move it.
so the only way to fix it is to move it. Okay. Nothing else? Anything else? That's it?
The rest of the property.
Okay. Solicitor's report? Got anything?
Nothing, just progress.
All right, that's easy. And engineer, you want to go?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I submitted my report in writing. Bob covered most of it. Just a couple of things to add. We have a bid opening tomorrow for the police station roof, the rehabilitation on that. That's tomorrow at 11 o'clock. If we get good bids, hopefully we can award that next Tuesday. And we have a payment application in for the sewer extension project. So
That's it?
that was it. I'll cover everything, so I appreciate you doing that for me.
Easy.
Mark, I had asked you about,
I forwarded that to Steve. I don't get involved with planning board stuff and the master plan. I forwarded that to Steve Bach. I'm waiting to get an answer from him.
okay,
And I didn't have access to whatever file that was. I asked to get somebody to give me access or email it to me, and I have not received whatever document you're trying to submit. I'm still waiting to get access to that.
yeah.
It was a Google
That's
Drive.
part of
Yeah,
that
that's what
application.
PDF file.
Yeah.
And I
Because
did
I didn't know what you wanted me to
email
look at,
them.
because there's nothing in the email for me to look at. But I
Yeah.
did forward your request about the master plan to Steve, and I'm waiting to get an answer on that.
Okay, good.
And I just have one more thing. You know, we got our affordable housing numbers, and I ran into Candace, and she says that they were, Harry and Karen were going to review and give us some type of a resolution. We have to pass an ordinance that by the end of January. And basically, we have to agree that we accept the numbers that the state has. I don't think it's a big deal. They're saying we need 34 affordable housing. I believe the way for us to do it is to basically say, in this zone, this is my recommendation, I'm waiting to hear back from Candace and Karen, is that the Black Horse Pike is a multi-use area. So if someone wanted to come in and put an apartment building in, we would not be sued if someone wanted to make some of those apartments affordable housing. And so we're not supposed to be standing in the way of people building affordable housing. We have to just do our due diligence. Am I saying that kind of correctly? You're not, do you know what that, am I saying that correctly?
I
No?
don't think you are.
What's that?
I don't think you
All
are.
right, what am I saying? Tell me.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm watching
No,
his.
he doesn't do planning. He's an engineer. So that's why Candace is the planner. But planning is just us, towns get sued because they restrict things. And this builder remedy and stuff like that. So I believe, and I talked to a couple of the other mayors, the idea is that we do have these areas that are in need of redevelopment. And so if someone wanted to do something, this is not a terrible spot to do an area of redevelopment, if they want to do it. And it's not, we don't physically build these properties, we just say that you can build them. But we can't spot zone them or we can't zone them out. So I think I'm explaining it as well as I know. I'm relying on Candace and Karen to help us out. I don't think 34 is a big deal. Some towns got numbers of thousands of units that need to be built.
If I can get some clarification by next Tuesday, I'll report out at council.
I think we should be open to anybody wanting to build along the Black Horse Pike. I think it's going to be tough because they have to cobble together a bunch of properties, but I think we have to be open to it. So those are the only other things that we see. Okay.
The liquor store is sold, the liquor store.
Did it? Good.
It's all Mr. Teller Day.
Nice. Well, we'll see what he wants to do. It is in a redevelopment zone. I hope we're communicating that to people that it's a little easier process. But remember, the underlying zoning doesn't move, so if someone wants to just keep it as a store, they can.
I think Mark, and I guess Harry would know too, who resurfaces Clemens Ridge from the Pike to the point?
State of New Jersey.
That's the state?
Yes.
It's not Bob Harrison, right?
No, state, 341.
Yeah, it's a state highway. Now, just so everyone knows, we did get approval that the state's going to put a blinking light for the kids crossing at Reed. Is that correct? It was Reed?
Reed, yeah.
And the only thing the borough has to do is we have to pay 25% of the cost that the state comes up with, so I think that's reasonable. Okay, I guess it's a pretty simple meeting. I'm going to do the payment of bills first, and we'll then open it up. Payment of bills, someone like to make a motion to pay the monthly
I'll
bills?
make a motion to pay the monthly bills.
Motion by Mr. Passio, second by Mr. Murray. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cassia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Bills will be paid. Good and welfare. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. If anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone and state your name and town of origin.
Joe Alperly, 233 Sunnybrook Road. Mr. Farrell, you said you don't see the impact of...
No, maybe you misunderstood me. I thought she was talking about the asphalt on the street.
Well, I mean,
I said it's bad, but it's not unpassable.
it's getting there. I mean, I've had 4 flats on that road because of these guys. And one of the councilmen has had at least 1, if not 2 flats, he told me.
See, I used to ride down there.
I've had 2 flats in my lawnmower, so that's a total of 6 flats that I've had in my cars, caused by these guys. Oily rags left all over the place, holes in the front yard, driveways collapsing. I mean, I've made calls to Bach and Associates, their guys coming out. It's been a nightmare back there. It really has.
I thought we were just talking about the
Okay,
asphalt.
well,
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
It's definitely been difficult.
No, I'm sure it has.
Yeah. My daughter didn't talk to me for a couple of days too, so it's, when you can't get out of your driveway, it becomes difficult. Someone else, please?
I guess it would be me.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
John Savassis. I'm here representing Cottonmouth Dispensary, 10 East Clemenswood Road in lovely Runnemede, New Jersey. I'm here tonight because I received a phone call from the chief that there was a complaint that we opened our drive-through at 8 a.m. And unknowingly, we didn't realize at our planning board meeting, there was a discussion of our hours. but there was never discussion of our drive-through. And then we came back and got approvals for the drive-through. And your ordinance under the cannabis, I don't know the exact, 629, right? It specifically says that the cannabis dispensaries can be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So one of the reasons why we opened it earlier was we have quite a few caregivers that come in for, there's different products they get. There's creams and patches, there's edibles and such that sometimes we want to get in a little early with the traffic. So that's why we had opened it. We don't think it's a disruption to the adjoining property owners. I think everyone's pretty happy that we have set up the street one way. It's not like we have there's not a line in the morning. It's more so maybe 5 to 9 cars possibly at max. So I just came tonight to kind of explain our situation.
How long has the drive-thru been open?
2 weeks now.
Okay, so people are using it.
It really worked out extremely well because there are a lot of people that come that are handicapped. There's a lot of people that come with their pets. There's a lot of people that come with their children.
And they want to get out of their car.
And no one wants to get out of their car, so it worked out extremely well.
And they have a prescription already, or they know what they're going to buy?
There's no prescriptions. We're not at all. But what happens is everybody has to do a pre-order online. So it's very simple. Just like you go to Chick-fil-A, they can go on their phone, iPad, the internet, at home on a computer. They place an order. I unfortunately have to go there early because a lot of the people that really want to work, maybe they can be there early, but no one gets there early enough. So we'll come in and we turn the computer on. There might be some tickets already. So it has their name, who they are and such, and their address and such. And we'll fill the order, and then we click a tab that notifies you that the order's ready. So at that point, that customer can pick it up anywhere from that 8 a.m. mark until 9 p.m. that evening. So we kind of pull the orders.
And they're already pre-cleared?
They're pre-cleared, because when they go online, they have to put all their information.
So what is it that you want?
I'd like to see if you can...
Well, so the ordinance says 9 to 9.
I know.
And
So
remember,
what do you want?
I think what he's saying is that,
That's to
I think
allow
9 to 9 is okay, but drive-through, we never thought about drive-throughs. And drive-throughs, the idea would be to keep people from stopping, getting out, getting in.
Right.
So I think we allowed drive-throughs because we thought it was positive, and I think the state
So
thinks
what's
it's
he,
positive.
what do you want?
We would have to change our ordinance to say 8
a.m. Is that
But it wouldn't
right?
just be for him, it would be for anybody who was retail. I don't think
But
that's a big
saying
deal.
8 a.m. would only be for the drive-through, or would
Yes.
that?
You could put a lot in the ordinance pretty easily, it just permits
So it would just be
it just for the
not
drive-through,
for the
yeah.
whole building?
Yeah.
Because once the door's open, you need security, you need all
We
those
don't,
other
we don't
things.
want the doors open. This is just a very specific convenience for people that are disabled, the caregivers that are taking care of
And a convenience.
And yes, absolutely, most importantly, the convenience. So there's
So-
people that,
I mean, it's kind of.
I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, this was something new. I think the chief realized there was an issue, and it got brought up. And to tell you the truth, first thing we did is try to read the resolutions. We didn't know what the planning board had said. It was actually in it was actually in our law. It was in our ordinance that said 9 to 9, which I don't think was a big deal.
No.
But I don't think we addressed drive-through
no,
specifically.
we didn't address, and I apologize, because we didn't really address.
I don't think anybody thought about it.
And then as soon as I received the phone call from the chief, I said, not a problem, you know, we'll comply. And then he just recommended that I come to the meeting.
No.
But there's always the possibility.
You'd have to write the ordinance so everyone could, if they wanted to.
It has to be every.
Yes,
It can't be spots open.
right.
So we could just add a single line in there.
That's it.
Say,
Say drive-throughs.
Drive-throughs would have a
8
specific
to 9.
hours and not
Yeah.
subject to, because you don't, there would be other requirements. We want to
So
open the doors.
the drive-through would be open from 8 to 9.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
correct, yes.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, he won.
Well, because they knew the law.
That's one, no.
But they knew the law. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is the
Yeah,
law.
I got
Do you
addressed.
see a lot of problems with it if they do the 8 and just drive?
No, and my thing is, I kind of knew the 9 to 9 because when the presentations were coming in, I said, 9's not too early, 9 PM's not too late, so I knew 9 to 9.
Yes, and I understand the drive-through, some people would want to get there early before the crowd, I can understand it, but if,
And I did talk to Mr. Bach, but he felt that it was not as, the drive-through's not as an issue as the store being open. Because he was part of that planning board decision
That's correct.
of the drive-through, but we never addressed the hours.
you know, we all have neighbors and we want to be as friendly as possible, so, I mean, that's.
So is there any objection? Anybody concerned?
No,
The only thing that I have an issue with is the fact that we're at the end of the year. So if we're going to amend this ordinance, we need to do it,
Get it on for,
well, we have to do it now.
Put it
Will
on.
it be 30 days, or can we do it at the January, December
It
meeting?
ends up being 30 days because of the timing of it being published, but we should have enough for the 30th, right?
December 3rd and
So
December
is
30th?
it, well,
Yeah.
wait, the 3rd, yeah.
yeah.
3rd to the 30th is okay?
So we
Yeah.
do the 30th.
Because it's like 21 days.
It's 21 days, yeah. So
Okay.
you should be.
Why don't we put it on, because this way we'll get a little thinking, I don't think there's any issue, but we can look at the ordinance and write it, because you're right, it's not just for
Yeah, we
kite
can't
out, it's for
Prefer-
any,
Whoever,
yeah,
yeah.
and say that, I don't think that's too early, 8 o'clock in the morning, right? It's not good. What time's your
And
pharmacy?
actually, we don't get anybody there at 8 o'clock. I mean,
Is this only for dispensaries or for
No,
any
no,
businesses?
it's for everybody.
No, it's only for the cannabis.
Yes.
Only for cannabis.
It's a one line in the cannabis, right now it says 9 to 9 for the operator, but the drive-through will be allowed to be from 8 to
And that will only be for cannabis.
Yeah, it's in that ordinance. We'll do it December 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we'll go in on the 6th, that's over 21.
Can we do it?
Appreciate it.
Yes, no problem.
No, you move back to 9 now until we get it changed?
Well, yeah, we've moved it back to 9, we'll change our signs, we'll put it on the website,
Yeah.
so everybody's very well aware.
Yeah, but people, I understand. If you're getting
Right.
people
We
coming
have
before
to
they go to work.
realize that we have the sign, people sat in the parking lot and waited till 9 o'clock, come to the driveway for a second. You know, so we don't know what they're doing, we don't know what's outside. Hey,
Oh, they're waiting for
we've
you.
had people that if, you know, the doors open at 9, they assume the drive-through open at 9 as well, and they would wait in the parking lot. And then you go, the drive-through's been open for an hour, you might not be now, like, it's okay.
Okay. I think there's no objection, we'll get it done. So we'll do it on the 3rd, and then we'll do final public
We
hearing.
appreciate it, if there's any questions.
No, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's better than people getting out of their
Oh,
cars.
sure. Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right, good. Everything going good?
Everything's
No problems?
great, you know, some phenomenal feedback. You know, a lot of, it's really been like a great draw. You know, we've seen a lot of people go in the diner, they come over, really happy with the layout and everything.
So you're spending a lot of time there?
A little too much time, yes. I mean, a lot of hours. But, you know, you gotta teach. You gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta teach the younger generation
To get up?
that you gotta work is work. It's all good, everything's great, the people are great, we have a lot of Runnemede residents.
Okay.
You know.
You track everybody?
We
where
track
they're
everybody
going?
on a loyalty program. The surrounding communities, we've had a great turnout, with seniors coming. One of our reps went to one of the senior meetings to discuss different things for them. And eventually, we're doing some more follow-up with that. So it's kind of like a nice education thing. And
We
working
had
out.
a couple good successful businesses.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Yeah, so it's working, day by day.
And then we're still talking about the carrier service. I mean, you know, I'm still waiting for both organizations, because I think we can combine those, that ordinance, and kind of say if you have a license to sell retail, you have a license to sell carrier. I think we just have
But
to
there's
put
just
them
to be
together.
specific, the state CRC, the regulation is very specific that you're a delivery service.
It's a
okay?
separate license then?
No, so the delivery service coincides, your solicitor kind of looking for the legal wrangler here, but the delivery service coincides with our existing license,
Okay.
which is a cannabis retail. There's another license in itself as a service, delivery service, a transport service. So if I had a trucking company, I could move product and be a trucking
Oh, that's
service
not-
specifically. So I'd rather let the solicitor, like, but at the end of the day, what it really truly says is that as a specific cannabis dispensary, you are allowed to provide delivery service if you meet specific requirements. One's very simple, you know, you have to have a valid license and so forth, and they put a cage in it. So you can go to people that are disabled and you kind of go, but they do it, the same thing again. It's a pre-order online. They put all their identification online. It gets sent to the store. Once that happens, then we would print the ticket. The driver would take the product in a locked compartment, like a little, like a dog cage, like, I mean, something small, not that large. And they would go, and when they go to the premises, the ID has to match the ID on the ticket. think we're working on even having the scanner that they can.
So is there something that the state's going to give us so that we know that,
Well, the state, see.
so that we can issue the carrier license?
What happens is, we're providing an SOP to the state on how the procedure will be, just like I just said, it's very simple. So we send that to them.
They approve it?
They kind of give you like a basic little proof, so, okay, you meet all the requirements that you're supposed to follow, and then, we would submit that to the governing body, to the borough.
And the
then-
truck that you're using is marked or unmarked?
No, unmarked, everything's unmarked. There's a couple places that do it now, people just use, it's as easy as a pizza delivery, but there's no signage,
You're not advertising.
there's no advertising, and there's a lockbox.
And I think it's a positive also, because that allows these businesses that we have to go anywhere. And once again, it's still rung up on the cash register and run.
Part of it, yeah, all the tax base is still within, one of the rules is that you're allowed to go into towns that didn't approve dispensaries.
And we're surrounded by it.
So.
Yeah, I know.
So it's kind of like a nice thing. A lot of the seniors had made requests about it, we were delivering. It's just another,
So you think you're going to do it?
oh, absolutely. It's,
And when do you think you're going to start delivering?
I don't know yet. He's laughing with you, that's okay. I'll take care of him later, don't worry. Yeah. So, we were trying to phase a little bit of everything in. That's why we didn't open the drive-through right away. We were taking the temperature of how things work, seeing what the customer base was. So we probably think after the first week, somewhere thereabouts. But,
Yeah, we just need to be prepared on ours.
Sure.
I wasn't sure if we needed to do something by the ordinance or if we needed.
Apparently
And if we don't have to do much, that's easier for
Their
us.
license,
Yeah, but remember, the
allows.
way we adopted our ordinance was we acted as if they were all different licenses. And they might still be considered that, and what we can do is we can say, well, we're only limiting to 2 couriers. But like you said, you have to have a store to really be a courier
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
So they're almost the same, so we'll give somebody, they already have their regular license, and they'll just have the courier.
just like you have Brinks, or what was it, Brinks, I think?
Yeah, but we don't regulate that.
Right, but what I'm saying is, that's the other license, to have a service.
Oh, that's the other type.
That's the other type of license, that you could have a service.
So this comes under your license,
correct.
the initial license?
You have to have that
They don't-
first.
Yeah, they don't have to have a special license.
Well, no, they'll still need a courier from us, correct?
No,
You don't think so?
No.
it still falls on the same exact.
So we don't have to do anything?
Once they're approved by the state, then you
Once
Then we're done.
Then they can deliver.
That's even easier for us. I thought we had work to do.
We come back and tell you that we did it. I don't know if you have to adopt a separate resolution of the house, but I think it's all one and the same. We just have to have the SOP that says.
I see no
here's how
problem.
we're doing
No,
it.
me neither.
So we will address the drive-through to be 9 to 9.
Until we get it done.
And then, whenever that happens, we'll go. And however, and then we'll take care of some stuff, cheap deeds
Okay.
and.
You have one complaint? One complaint about 8 o'clock?
Yeah, but once again, it's the law.
Just the law.
So yeah, he has no discretion as it sits right now to say, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you can't say we're not enforcing the law.
It's just stupid, that's all.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You all have neighbors, it's all.
I can say that's no more.
It's all good.
But we make progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we didn't address it. It's one of the things.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you soon.
Have a good one. Is there anyone else from the audience? Nothing you wanted to report?
Can I ask Val something?
Yeah, Val.
Val, did you get my message today? Oh, okay, so I left you a message about the senior bus.
Yes,
Did you get any numbers yet from the Runson house?
I'm calling her tomorrow about 11. I'll call you with the
Okay,
number.
and then you'll let me know so I can let
Yes.
Harry know. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Seeing no one else, I'm motion to close the public portion.
Contractor
Oh, wait a second.
got back to me, you plan on making Davis Road if they can get a few days of.
Would they give us notice?
Well,
So
they have to, yeah.
the sooner, because we really need to get this out to everybody, because that's
Keep an eye on the
going to
temperatures for next week and see.
be. So he's looking as early as next week?
But right now, the temperatures next week are.
No, I thought it was going to be in
Cold
the.
next week.
So he's looking for the.
So 40 and rising, is that the law?
Depends on the day.
Okay, there's a very.
It is what it is.
That's all I know.
We can communicate once we find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of enough to get back.
Okay, great.
Oh, let me know when you go to Hackney, I'll walk along.
Oh, you stop.
That's, and people come up to me all the
That's
time.
fine. You're allowed
And
to
I'm
talk.
always in the act, me.
There you go.
Oh, they come to me too.
Well, nobody talks.
So go back.
All right, any more? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this
We
meeting.
didn't close the public portion.
What happened?
Oh, forgot to close the public portion.
Okay,
Yeah, we
motion to
did.
close the public portion.
I make a motion to close the public
I'll
portion.
second that.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Kelly, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. All in favor? Aye. Adjourn at 6:51.